Today we're going with a fairly simple meal. It's chicken curry. The first step is going to be getting our curry powder together. Curry powder is available in lots of different grocery stores, but if you haven't noticed already, I tend to like to make my own stuff. So what we've got to start is all of our whole spices. So we've got some cloves and allspice berries. And we're going to want to lightly toast all of our whole spices. So to start, I've got fennel seeds, coriander seeds, mustard seed, whole cloves, allspice, and some black pepper. And we're going to want to grind this down. We can either do it with a mortar and pestle or a spice grinder or a coffee grinder. When it comes to curry, it's a pretty diverse preparation process. Every region of India has different recipes, and every family within that region has different recipes. So there's not really a right or wrong way to make it. There's not one set standard of ingredients or amounts, but you will find that the ingredients tend to be similar or common. So now that we've got all our whole spices ground up, we're going to add the rest of them. This one is going to be a turmeric base, so that's going to be the bulk of what we put in. Turmeric has been kind of touted as a superfood lately because the active ingredient curcumin has been shown to fight inflammation and ease pain, which is 100% true. However, most people don't understand that it's not very bioavailable. I'm going to add some cinnamon. So people throw turmeric in all their coffees and smoothies, but they don't really absorb the nutrients. One of the ways to combat that is to actually mix it with black pepper. The active ingredients in black pepper combine with the turmeric, and that makes it much more bioavailable. So if you're going to have turmeric, have pepper as well, or just realize that you're not getting the full benefits from it. Throw in a little bit of chili powder. A little bit of garlic powder, cumin, nutmeg, and some ginger. We're gonna mix this up. Now again, there's no one set recipe for curry powder. It's going to be dictated by your taste. So when you mix it up, give it a little taste, see if it's something you like, if you want to add more to it, and then feel free to do that. Next, we're going to get our sauce going. To do that, we're going to get a saucepan going on medium, and we're going to add coconut milk. Now this isn't your coconut milk that you put over cereal or the dairy alternative. This is a nice full fat, thick, rich, creamy coconut milk, so you want to make sure to make that distinction if you're buying it. Then we're going to add a little bit of our powder, and I also like to add some roasted or dried peppers to it. So these are just some dried jalapenos that I made up. Stir it in. We're going to get it to start boiling just a little bit, and then we're going to reduce it to simmer and cover it up. After I got it boiling, I turned it down, and I essentially did that just long enough to prep the next step. I've got some cubed chicken thigh, which I'm going to add to it. I prefer chicken thigh because it tends to be cheaper than some of the other cuts, but it's also got more vitamins and nutrients in it. But this works easily with any other cut that you want to add to it. Once we have this added, it's really a matter of when you intend to eat it. If you're looking to wait a little bit, you can keep the heat down and let it cook slowly. If you're looking to eat a little bit sooner, crank the heat up a little bit and it'll cook faster. Obviously, we just want to make sure that we're not burning anything is the only concern. So if you've got the heat up a little bit, just keep an eye on it. We're gonna cover it back up, and while that's going, I'm going to start a pot of barley. I'm gonna make the comment again, whenever we're eating grains, we should be taking the time to soak it overnight or at least a couple hours beforehand. I'm making this dish with barley, easily done with rice, quinoa, or any other grain that you prefer. Obviously, at this point, our main concern is going to be making sure that the chicken is cooked all the way through. Once we ensure that, we're almost good to go. I like to add my veggies 5 to 10 minutes before I'm ready to eat. If you add them too early, they just get cooked and mushy. So if you wait a little bit to add them, you're going to cook them, but you still get a little bit of crunch with them. So what I've got here is just some pre-packaged broccoli slaw. It's got broccoli and carrots and cabbage and whatnot. So I just add that too, mix it in, turn the heat up a little bit, and then we're going to cover it back up. The last step is just to throw it all together. All we do is put it in a bowl, put in our grain, serve over top. You're going to find where I stand on the debate. I like to dress it up with a little bit of cilantro, but that's obviously optional. You've got a nice warm meal as we're coming into the winter months, and it's pretty simple.